fantasy lineup is all messed up. I don't know what to do. I look on the waiver wire. I don't know who to pick up. It's so many options. Jeez.
Yo, don't worry, man. It doesn't matter if your lineup is jacked up and you don't know who to pick up. It's okay, because I got you. Over here at Checkdown, what we do is we check down on the best available waiver wire pickups, and I'm here for anybody who needs the help. So if you have waiver wire issues, don't know who to pick up, injuries, just go over to Checkdown and we'll have the answers for you. This is Spider Loc with the Checkdown. Are you down to check it out? To check it out, to check it out, to check it out, to check it out, to check it out. Nah, I'm just playing with y'all. What's up with y'all, man? It's your boy Spider Loc, and I'm back in the building with another installment of Checkdown. And you know what we do here, man. Every week we go to the waiver wire to see who's available, see who is hot, see who is not, see who you can plug in your lineup and can maybe, transform your losing team into a winning team, or make sure that your winning team stays on top. You know what I mean? And this week is kind of wild, man. It's been a wild week, right? Week 8 has already started as you watch the game against, what was it? Minnesota versus, who was that? Minnesota versus, man, it just came. Oh, yeah. Minnesota versus the Chargers or whatnot, man. That was a great game filled with, some boring gameplay from one Keenan Allen, and then Quentin Johnston got 0 points, bro. Like, you can't even make this up, right? 0 points for your boy Quentin Johnston. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys, because I got proof of something that I want to show today, and I don't want to, I don't want any misconstruedness. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to put this on the screen for you. All right. Hold on. But yeah, like I was saying though, man, the game was filled with low-scoring fantasy people, right? And, some guy came out of nowhere. I don't even know the dude's name. Scored a touchdown, robbed it from Quentin Johnston and Keenan Allen. Lad McConkey, he did what he did, you know what I'm saying? And, of course, Vidal did what he did. But as far as, the fantasy studs of those games, like Aaron Jones, I told you guys about 3 weeks ago to stash him because he might come into play. Did he come into play? Yeah. Did he do what we needed him to do? No. He did not, bro. He did not come through with the greatness that, was projected. And it's okay, man. It's okay, bro. That game was terrible. Carson Wentz was injured the entire game, hurting himself. But that's not what we're here for. We're not here for what the game. Anyway, the game that came on earlier today, man, I apologize, right? Because I usually do this on Thursdays, and I wasn't able to, and there was a lot of people on that game. Well, there was one person in particular that was in that game that I wanted to highlight before the game, but I've been having a lot of life things going on, right? So that's just a disclaimer right there. So moving on, man. Notable mentions, man, injuries going into week 8, man. Kendre Miller is out for the season, which is unfortunate because there were rumors about Alvin Kamara potentially being traded and Kendre Miller taking on that offense by itself. And luckily they didn't go through with that trade because, as you can see, Kendre Miller is done for their entire season. What does this mean for fantasy owners who own Kendre Miller and had him in the stash box? That means if you're not in a dynasty league, this guy needs to be dropped. Goodbye. And Alvin Kamara, you need to start him. You need to plug him in. He's a plug and play. Will he give you a lot of points? No. He's been playing like garbage. But that's okay, man. With his garbage play, it requires for the quarterback there to throw the ball. And, you got Chris Olave and, Shaheed people out there to catch the ball. And also, Taysom Hill is back, but no Kendre Miller. He is out for the season. Look on those waiver wires for a better option for him. There are plenty of options up there that you can look at and grab and snag. I would suggest that you would snag them very, very quickly because we're headed into the mid-season. It's mid-season. So that means if it's mid-season for the regular season, then for fantasy, that means you're looking at maybe 9 more games to go. Got 8 to 9 more games to go, depending on your setup, man. And you don't have time to play any games. You don't have time to take risks and take chances. You only have time for success. And unfortunately, we can't say the same for my boy, Mike Evans. Mike Evans has a concussion and has also broken his collarbone. He is out and down for the count. Some people say he might be out for the season. Some people say that his career is over. I say that he will be back week 18. Now, is that enough time for you to plug him into your fantasy lineups? No. But if you're looking on a, dynasty type of situation, maybe you can keep him. But I would keep a close eye on Mike Evans, right? Because he could come back sooner than a lot of people think. And if they make it into the playoffs, he will be a league winner. Let's just put that out there on a real life situation scale, because Baker Mayfield needs to pass that ball to somebody, man. And why not be your boy? As you can see in this injury, man, it's in slow motion. You can see it happening, and it's bone crushing to watch, to say the least, man. He's gonna be out for at least 8 to 9 weeks. That's about 2.5 or more months for your boy Mike Evans, man. So get on that waiver wire, find out who you can plug in to put in his place. And Mbuka is gone. Godwin is hurt. So, you must enter the error. Tez Johnson, man. You got to head on to that waiver wire and get Tez Johnson, because with that injury means that Mbuka moves up, Tez Johnson moves up into Mbuka's spot. And right now, Tez Johnson has fantasy stats are 26 reception, 311 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Did those touchdowns come easy? No, they didn't come easy. He had to work for them all, but he got those 2 touchdowns. And if you need somebody who's dependable, somebody that that's going to be there for you, that's going to handle that ball and hurdle people into the end zone, I would look at Tez Johnson, rookie wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 10 receptions, 170 receiving yards, and 2 touchdowns, man. You got to check him out, man. Go to the waiver wire right now, see if he's available, grab him, put him on your bench, and see what happens in the near future. Because if you don't have this guy and someone has Baker Mayfield and he picks up this guy, that's called a sandwich. That's what that's called. You feel me? That's called a sandwich. And if you don't want a sandwich, a stack pie, that's what we like to call it in fantasy football, I suggest you grab the kid. You hear me? Now, in other news, you know what I'm saying, there's stuff going around the league right now. I want to talk about Tyrod Taylor and why this guy is not the option. I think people in New York should just calm down. Justin Fields had terrible games. Yes, terrible. No one wants to see him in that light. He was struggling. He's not the guy that we thought he was going to be so far this season. It's disappointing, guys. But Tyrod Taylor, come on, man. Tyrod Taylor, dude. The old vet, Mr. Dependable, huh? Let's see how dependable he is. You feel me? Why Tyrod Taylor shouldn't start? Well, there's a lot of reasons, but we're just going to highlight, 4 for right now. The reasons why he shouldn't get the start over one Justin Fields, because he could actually save our seasons. So why Tyrod Taylor shouldn't start? He lacks explosive downfield production. He struggles sustaining long drives. Has limited fantasy upside compared to his younger counterpart. Experience matters, but upside wins games. And I 100% agree with that. So a guy named Tyrod Taylor coming to save the day, I think that's a no-no, man. I think we should just pump the brakes, pull back on those pedals, and think about what we're doing and what we're saying when we pick up someone like, Tyrod Taylor to save our fantasy. You feel me? Tyrod Taylor can stay on the bench where he belongs and warm it up for your boy Justin Fields when it gets cold out there in New York. Otherwise, what are we doing here, man? I would say pick up Tyrod Taylor in case Justin Fields is hurt. No, I'm not going to tell you that crap. I'm not going to tell you to pick up Tyrod Taylor in case Justin Fields gets hurt. That will be that would be terrible advice. Terrible advice, you know what I'm saying? Don't pick him up, leave him alone. I just had to get that off my chest, you feel me? So that brings me up to my next point, right? Or my next player. My next player, man, since I'm going to say like week 6, the end of week 6, I was like, hold up, buddy. Who is this guy? Who is this guy? Godsend. He's a godsend. You feel me? That's who he is, man. Godsend has been prolific, man, to say the least, man. The dude has put on a show constantly over and over again. Every time he starts is a show. Every time he starts, he's a plug and play. You feel me? You don't not plug someone in who has 164 receiving yards, most by any rookie since 2000. You feel me? Like I'm gonna say that is an NFL rookie record and an NFL record, period. And this guy's doing it like he's been doing it forever. Apparently, he was a wide receiver. He played a wide receiver before he came to the NFL, and he gained some weight to become a tight end. And let me tell you guys, it's working out for your boy. Godsend has like over 40 fantasy points within a span of 2 games, man. And tonight, he went off the same way, no different. And I know people are like, nah, hold on, bro. You put this man up here because, you saw him go off. Nah, bro. I keep receipts. That's what I was looking for. I keep receipts, bro. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it twisted, bro. I keep receipts. And my receipts show, as you can see at the bottom of your screen there, that I started my boy. I grabbed him, snagged him, and I started him. Because here on Checkdown, we're really about what we're talking about. We're not just talking crap. We're saying what we're going to do, when we're going to do it. As you can see, Jermaine, Friday the Juneteenth. You see Gaston right there, man. You see him right there, man. So I want you guys to respect that and see that. Not only do I tell you guys what to do, I follow the same advice. I've been seeing people speculate about the advice I give and how I give it and if I follow it myself. And as you can see, I do follow it myself. So that's that. So Godson, if he's on your bench, bro, if my man is on your bench, sitting like how he was, like right here, if he's on your bench, on your waiver wire, just sitting like that, bro, shame on you. Shame, shame, shame. I picked him up in every one of my leagues. Pick up Godson right now. Go to the waiver wire, pick him up, see if he's there. You have to wait till next week, unfortunately. Will he go off next week like he did this week? I don't know. But he's he's good for a stash at least. There's not another tight end in the league right now that's doing what he's doing. And the rookie class is pretty slim right now. From the start of the season to now, pretty slim. And, if you're looking for somebody that gives you points out the gate, somebody you can depend on, I would say Gossett, man. Check him out. So, all right, that brings us up for our final segment, But first, let's pay us some bills, you heard? Let's do it.
Football is money. Whether you're a diehard fan, fantasy manager, or just in it for the drama, we're here every week to bring you the action and analysis you crave. Plus, all social platforms for extra updates and live game insights. Join the team. Subscribe today and
difficulties. But anyway, man, footballismoney.com. Y'all know where it's at, man. Y'all know where to find it. Footballsmoney.com. If you want parlay help, fantasy help, lines over and under, this is the podcast you need to listen to, and this is the website you need to go visit. Every week he has what you guys need in order to win your moolah. That's why it's called football. It's money. It explains itself, you feel me? Moving on, man. So there's somebody I want to. Every week, there's a stash player. So we're going to move on to our stash of the week. So the stash player of the week is somebody who gets overlooked all the time, right? And he's probably still on your waiver wire just sitting there. Sitting there looking sick. Sitting there looking like, please pick me up, sir. Sir, please, sir. Hold on, where's my man's at? Okay, there we go. Luke McCaffrey, stash of the week, baby. Go get him. Go get him now. Stash of the week, notable achievement Luke McCaffrey has done this year in fantasy football. Okay, the things that he has done: 8 receptions for 179 yards and 3 receiving touchdowns, averaging 22.4 yards per reception, 5th among wide receivers in yards per reception. Hey, last year was 1 year. This year is another year, man. He has jumped far above and beyond the Call of Duty. Why is Luke McCaffrey walking with a cane in the picture? You might be wondering. Well, Luke McCaffrey is known, for being hurt. He's known for being hurt. And is it coming? Probably. I'm just going to throw it out there, man. But as for now, you're not playing him. What you're doing is stashing him. He's the stash of the week. You stash him, wait till later to see what he's going to do. Plug him in if he does what you think he's going to do. Now, right now, you have Terry McLaurin. You have Deebo Samuels that he's competing with. So that makes him wide receiver 3. So that means you cannot trust him as if Deebo Samuels and Terry McLaurin are not there. When they're not there, he goes up. These two are banged up, Deebo and McLaurin. Like, sooner or later, they're going to push it too far and potentially be injured, and their season is over. Luke McCaffrey is someone you need to be looking in with a microscope, because he might be the next guy on that roster to come up and be the prolific scorer that you need in your league. So that's all I got for today, man. Like, I'm sorry I didn't do this earlier. As you can see, it's rushed again, just like last week. But I promise this upcoming week, I'll be prepared and ready. But for the people who are watching, all the people who are watching, the 2 people, I really appreciate it. And much love, man. And those are my picks of this week, week 8, man. So go to your waiver wires. Keep watching the show. Don't forget to subscribe, share stream this, let people know who Spider Loc is in the Checkdown. It will be truly appreciated. Until next time, baby, I'll see y'all. Peace.